talk about why it's important for us to bridge communications between generations. Um, what can we learn from each other? Quite a bit, actually. I have younger children because I had my children when I was older. So I have learned a lot from them, and I think maybe they've learned a lot from me. So that is one of the number one reasons it's important to bridge communication between the younger generation and the in between and the older generation because we can all learn from each other. It's a very important thing to do. And it also fosters getting along and people getting along better. Good morning, Rising Phoenix. How are you? I'm talking about how, and Resilient Queen, hello, thank you guys for coming. I'm talking about how it's important for generations to get along and get to know each other, and how we can learn from each other, the younger generation and the older generation. And my children are younger, much younger than me. I was 38 when I had my daughter and 43 when I had my son. So I've learned a lot from them, and I think they probably learned a lot from me too. Thank you. And so that's what I'm talking about here today. Why is it important for us to connect? It's important for us to connect so that we can get along, so that we're not. I hate to hear people dogging on young people. You know, those millennials, they're so dumb, or whatever, anything like that. Um, I don't like to hear that. I always say, you know, they are who raised them. We raised them. So you're dogging on yourself if you say something about them. But anyway, so I just love learning from my children. I'm so thankful to have them because I really need them a lot, especially with technology, things like that. And they need me for some of the older things. Cooking, my daughter has learned a lot of things from me, like how to cook. She's a very good cook. I guess that's saying I'm a good cook too. And but I guess I am. And let's see, I'm just kind of referring to. I sat down here and wrote down some things I was thinking about, and there are different communication styles. Okay, the younger people in my day, we didn't have any of this. I'm umming a lot today. I'm sorry. We didn't have any of this technology, phones, constant texting, and constantly being on a device. So we communicated face to face a lot. We also would go visit each other. You could just stop by somebody's house back in the day, and you didn't have to call and say, hey, is it okay if I come over? We just stopped in. You know, we lived in the country, so it was a little bit more of that style. But I really love the. Oh, this is my owl. This is from the 70s. My mom and I had matching owl necklaces when we were in, there was a lot of crazy stuff back then too. And we had matching necklaces that when I got it out, it's so old, I got it out to put it on, his eyes popped out. And I got my daughter-in-law to fix it for me, glue his eyeballs back in. So now he's wise, a wise old owl again. But wow, was I always talking about communicating differently? And I think people, if you're not communicating in an open way, in a personal way, in a person-to-person way, it changes you. People become less polite, I feel like. If you notice people, I grew up with politeness, and I Cherish Church was talking about that the other day. And I grew up with when you walked in the room, this is what she was saying, when you walked in the room and you spoke. You didn't just walk in and start doing whatever you were doing. You said, hello, grandma, grandpa, or whatever. And, we got called out if we didn't speak. Like, hey, wait a minute. You didn't say anything when you came in the room. It's disrespectful. But anyway, things like that have changed where everybody's so self-absorbed and doing their own thing that I think we just forget to be polite sometimes. And that's one thing. And just be polite in the store. It's a necklace. Yeah, it's a necklace. Yeah. See, he wiggles. All his little things wiggle. Yeah, everybody had one back in the day. Everybody had an owl necklace, owl earrings, owls for some reason. I don't know what, it was just a little trendy thing everybody did. And when my mom passed away, not too long ago, I got all of her jewelry, and some of it was just really cute little costume jewelry like this. And there was some nice pieces in there too. But yeah, I really like this one. Hey Jamal, how are you doing today? God bless you, Nancy. Everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning, Jamal says. Good morning, Jamal. I hope you are well. I hope you're out there singing and maybe dancing too, and everything is good for you. Yes, introduce yourself, sweetheart. This is Jamal Williams. If you guys don't know him, you got to go over there and check him out. He's amazing. He will lift your spirits. He will entertain you. He will inspire you. He will teach you God's word. He is something else. He's a blessed man of God. Go check him out. Anyway, so what was I saying about my stuff? So lessons younger generations, lessons that younger generations can learn from older generations, life wisdom and decision making, the importance of patience and resilience. Patience and resilience really take a lifetime to learn and to work on. That is really a big one. Hi, Living After 50. Thank you for coming. We're talking about the younger and older generations, how we can be helpful to each other, how we can get along and help instead of, we don't want to say bad things about, I see in the comments sometimes, okay, boomer, or, we also dog on them. So we need to get along. We need to get along and help each other and learn from each other. And excuse me. Another lesson we can learn from the younger generation, the importance, let's see, the younger can learn from the older, us, is financial habits and long-term planning, building meaningful relationships in a fast-paced world. Now, yes, that's another one. Used to, hey, Lynn, how are you? This little shed of mine. Um, Thank you for coming, Lynn. I hope you're doing good today. I loved your diamond art little heads. They were so adorable. My daughter does that too. She forget I think she made a pineapple. She did a pineapple last, so that was really amazing. Um, we're talking about the younger and older generations, Lynn, getting along and helping each other instead of jabbing at each other. So that's always good when people get along and help each other instead of hurting each other. Oh, let me see if I can. I want to make people moderators here. Excuse me for a minute. I like to if I miss somebody, let me know. Because that way everybody can look at each other. Who did I leave out? Did I get everybody as a moderator? If I missed you, please tell me. I'm trying to make everybody moderators because I want everybody can click on each other and look at each other that way. Lynn, did I make you one? I'm not sure. Anyway, so now I forgot what I was saying. I do this all the time. That's one of the I don't know if it's just old people because the kids say the same thing. They say sometimes, oh, I walked in the room and forgot what I came in here for. So I don't feel too bad. Finding common ground. Okay. Oh no, I skipped one. Lessons that we, the older people, can learn from the younger people. Hey, snap back. Hey, Trishana. Trishana in the house. Yay. Okay, so Trishana, we're talking about the younger and older generations getting along and helping each other. So something that the older people can learn from the younger people is adapting to new technology and digital trends. I think I said that already. Embracing change and open-mindedness. This one is so good. Open-mindedness, we have in our family, we have frequent discussions at night, usually around dinner time when everybody's in the kitchen putting everything, because I live with everybody. We just have a big old house full of folks, And so at dinner time, that's when we have most of our discussions, whether, whatever they're about for the day, what happened in the day, or, what their feelings are about certain things. And so um, open mindedness is often one that we talk about is, how do you feel about this topic or these people or whatever, and we all come to the conclusion that we want to always be open minded, never ever judge somebody, and have that spirit of love and peace when you come to the room, when you are considering something, considering a person, when you meet a person. Don't judge that person immediately or ever. Don't judge that person. Just have an open heart and open mind. So that is one thing that we can work on together as in the generations. um, Work-life balance and prioritizing mental health, that's another one that we can learn from each other, because both generations were raised in completely different times. This is a time I have never, ever in my life seen the way things are now. It's crazy. So many things going on. We absolutely need to stick together and help each other in that. Hey, Mama Bowman, how are you? I saw your video this morning. I can't wait to read your book. I can't wait till it's out, and I want to get that and read it. It's amazing. Mama Bowman has or is writing a book. She's going to have it out soon. So everybody look for that. Mama Bowman, the moderator. We did it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. So, Mama Bowman, we were talking about the younger and older generations and how we need to stick together, help each other, what we can learn from each other, like that. Because I have young, for my age, I have young children because I had my children very late in life. But we are trying to get along and help each other and learn from each other. And the power of creativity and thinking outside the box. We talk about that one too. That kind of goes with just what we were saying about open-mindedness and acceptance and loving of all people. Um, Personals, let's see. Maybe some of you have some experiences like that you would like to share, that things that have happened to you in your family, or good things or ways that you guys shared with each other, ways that you got power of creativity. I know some of you have that. My creativity is probably confined to music, and that's okay. I've tried to do other crafts and things. I just don't have that talent, but I keep trying anyway. Jamal says, Nancy, I love when you play music. I need to know how to play music. I don't know how to play music, especially piano. Oh, Jamal, no, you can do it. You can do it. Go get yourself a guitar. Get a kind of good one. Don't get a real cheap one because they're hard to play. But you can get a good, decent, pretty nice guitar for $200 or $300 and learn to play. Or you can look on Marketplace or something like that and get one. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but you can learn guitar. It's Everybody thinks it's so hard. It's not. You can learn three chords, G, C, and D. Learn how to play those three chords, and you can play anything. You got one? Oh, and oh yeah, yeah. Don't You can't get a real cheap one because they don't work. They don't play good, and you don't have to buy a really expensive one. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for telling everybody to like. I appreciate it. But you don't have to get a really expensive one, but you do need to get one that the strings are not too hard to press down, because you'll get discouraged if your fingers are bleeding. So, but no, you can learn three chords and play so many songs with just those three chords. Trust me, you can. And you really, and there's so many videos in YouTube University on how to play guitar. Just look it up. There are so many lessons put up. Just put in easy guitar or lessons for beginners, something like that. You'll be playing the same day. I'm telling you. Do it, do it, do it. And keyboard, same thing. Same thing, keyboard. There's a YouTube University has piano lessons too. So none of it is hard. None of it. Anybody can do it. It's just the mindset, just like everything else. The mindset, your YouTube mindset. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna post. We're gonna make it. Yeah, it's the same mindset. Really, with anything. But music especially, you know, it's not hard, trust me. It's really not. And it's just consistency, just like anything else you do. To be honest, I never thought I would write a book, but I decided to just do it. This is Mama Bowman. Everything in it is real life experiences. I just had to write it down and take it from. Oh, wonderful. That's amazing. Yes, living after 50. It's from the 70s. I don't know what year, but my mom and I, we had matching owl necklaces. It was fun. Um, yeah, Mama Bowman, I can't wait to read your book. I really can't. I really can't wait. And I know Boogie Tom's got her books on there too. I've got a budget in book purchases because I live on a really tight budget. Social Security and a little part-time job, and I have to budget real tight, you know. But anyway, so it's also, well, we talked about that, the kids and stuff, but it's also my third day of my fitness challenge. I don't know if you guys saw my videos, but I put out a couple of videos about, I'm doing a 1 week fitness challenge from Tuesday to Tuesday. So today is my third day, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, third day of my fitness challenge is to eat better, drink more water. I'm cutting out, hey, Sister Cher, thank you for coming in. Bishop Cheryl is in here, I Cherish Church, in the house. And so I am, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I haven't started yet this morning because I got up and started working on YouTube. I started, you know, making notes, writing in my journal, and things like that. Thank you, Lynn. And so yesterday I went for a 2 mile walk with my daughter, and I completed everything on my little list. My little list, let me show you my little list. My little list says, number one, I'm going to limit sugar. 2, eat healthy meals, which I pretty much do anyway, but I think I put too much bread with it. I put too many biscuits and cornbread with that stuff. I'm going to try to drink 2 liters of water. I'm floating away. I normally drink a lot of water, but 2 liters, I like water too, and I like drinking water, but oh my goodness. Anyway, I have to cut that off early in the afternoon so I don't stay up all night. So, and then go for a walk because, and then I've got this little app I've been using. It's called Finch. And I'm going to do a review. I think I want to do a review video about it, but it's this little app. It's free, and you grow a little chick. You put your goals in there. There's different goals like make your bed. Well, the first goal I have listed is get out of bed because, you know, that's hard. So my first goal is to get out of bed so I can check that off. And everything you check off kind of grows your little chick. And then you can write, it has places you can journal and write your feelings for the day. It's awesome. I'm going to do a review on it, and you'll see some more. It doesn't cost anything. And I'm not pushing it for anybody or anything, but I just found it fun. And you can connect with your family and friends and do it together and send each other little messages and hugs and stuff like that. It's real fun. I'll show it to you. So anyway, so yeah, today I've got to get back on track with that. And I think I'm going to make, I eat a ton of beans because beans are cheap. They're not as cheap as they used to be, but they're still cheap. I eat a lot of not cheap. I mean, I eat a lot of beans, and I eat rice with that. I eat cornbread with that and stuff. So I'm just trying to cut back on the cornbread and the rice and that kind of stuff, and get back on track because I was saying in my video that I made that I just got out of shape. It seems that, yes, they have a lot. That is my protein, Resilient Queen, because I don't eat meat. So beans and lentils and nuts and seeds are my protein. But yeah, I got out of shape. It seemed like it just kind of spiraled out of control before I knew. It's like every day that I didn't do anything about it, it got worse and worse and worse. And I just got up the other morning and I felt so bad. I could hardly walk when I first got up. The first couple of steps I took, my hip felt like it was just going to give out because I got this really bad hip. And I said, I got to move this hip. I got to keep moving it. If I don't move it, it's going to stop working. So I started moving that hip, and I went for a walk, and I'm just going to keep doing it Because I used to be very active when I was young. Here I am just yakking on about myself with a big old ego. But when I was young, I did a lot of stuff. I I was a runner. I ran in the Peachtree Road Race every year. I would walk up Stone Mountain. Me too. At least we, yes, living after 50. Yeah, acknowledging it. Yeah, and I used to do all those things, and I said, I'm not ready to not do it. I just want to. I just want to keep it. Yes, happy birthday. I cherish. I think it was yesterday. Was it? Anyway, yeah. Good job over there. We appreciate you. I cherish. And that's how I am with my hand and feet. Keep it moving. Yeah, that's right. You have to keep it moving. And also keeping moving, you making some lentil and sweet potato. Oh, I love sweet potatoes too. Snapback. I love sweet potatoes. Oh, into a patty. That's good. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying before that. I'm making me a salad right now, and that's what I'm in the background doing because I have to go to my church volunteering this morning. Okay, Trishana, good job. Keeping busy too, that's good. And when you're busy, you're keeping busy and doing things, whether it's your physical activity, your workout, your church activities, all of those things are wonderful for your mental health, for keeping you moving and keeping you going. Those are all wonderful things to do. So I cherish. What are you doing today, Sister Cher? I hope you don't mind me calling you sister. I call you sister because we're the same age. Well, I'm older than you. I'm sorry, but we're close to the same age. I think 3 years difference or something. My middle name is Lynn. Cheryl Lynn. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, and I love your African drape you've been wearing. I don't know what you call it. And um, we want to celebrate Black History Month. Absolutely, I'm so glad to do that. I would like to celebrate it every 12 months of the year. We do, and so that's another thing my family and I do. When I homeschooled my son, I made sure to include Black history because the public schools were very, in my area, were very slack in that. So I had to take my son out of school because I said, I got to do it because he wasn't learning the good stuff. So I did. Anyway, happy Black History Month. And let's all celebrate. And what I've been doing is researching some of the people that I didn't know about, like Medgar Evers. I had to look that up. But some of the things, they tell you about a few people. Martin Luther King, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and they teach that in school a little bit. But then you have to go look up everybody else yourself and do your own research. Yes, we have to do our own research to learn about all this, to get a wide view of how it was. And I was raised in the 60s. I remember a lot of the way it was. And of course, I don't remember, you know, feeling bad because I'm white. I don't remember feeling bad when I had to go to a store or I had to go um, to a hospital or someplace. We were completely segregated. So yeah, that was the 60s I grew up in. I think I Cherish Church remembers those times too. But hi, Creators Corner. How are you? Thank you for coming by. If you guys haven't, I'm going to make him a moderator too so you can check him out. I just subscribed to him and started watching a little bit of his content too. He's very good. Go check him out. Thank you, Queen. I'm experimenting with more vegetables this week until next week. I went to the store and got crazy. So now I have to, yeah, you can't let all that go bad after you buy it, right? Yeah, I've done that. I was like, now I just try to buy a little bit because I know I got to use it right away. Thank you, Jamal. You're awesome too. You're an awesome dude. We love you. We love you. Yes, we do. Um, yeah, thank you, Creators Corner. Yeah, for being a mod. And you can now, everybody who's a moderator, if I didn't make you one, let me know and I'll go back and do it. I didn't mean to skip you if I did. But yeah, then you can click on everybody and see, go to their channel and see if you like it. And if you want to subscribe, you can do that when you're a moderator. That's why I like when everybody's a moderator, because and not only do you kick out the trolls, but you also can go check each other out. That's a good thing. It's always a good thing. So, okay, what's your question to ask you? How is the weather down there? Oh, Jamal, I don't want to tell you because it's good. It's like in the upper 70s here, and from such a contrast from a while back. It's a little cloudy today, which is okay. I don't mind clouds. I love clouds. And we may get some rain. We may get some rain tomorrow, but it's supposed to be in the upper 70s for the rest of the week. You got an ice storm? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm sorry. The only thing that kind of scares me about, yeah, Lynn, right? It was like almost 80 in my house yesterday. I had to turn the air on. And, I'm like, this is crazy. I just remember when I was a kid, you had your certain months and days and times that you turned on the heat and you turned on the air. Oh, like there was almost a date for it. Like, okay, it's May 1st, we're going to turn off the heat or whatever. But now it's like you got to turn it both off, back and forth. You got to go back and forth between heat and air. So, yeah, I think Saturday, Lynn, I think here it's supposed to be like 76 to 78 or something on Saturday. Did you turn your AC on too, living after 50? Yeah, we did too. I mean, I didn't want to, but it was just stuffy. I said, well, while we can, I guess we should, while we have it. I'm thankful and grateful to have it. Thank God for heating and air. You ready for the spring? I know you are, honey. Jamal, I know, because I know it's so much colder and so much more ice and snow up there, then I know you guys must get sick of it. I know that little bit of snow we had. We had two times, right, Lynn? We had two times, and I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of annoying." After a couple, because it didn't melt. Because usually we get something and it melts right away. This didn't melt right away. That first one, it just stuck around a while, and ew. So I'm like, I see how everybody feels that lives in these other places like Canada, the upper northern part of the country feel when they have snow constantly. They must totally get sick of it. So I completely understand that. Yeah, because we don't have any. I don't know about you guys. About Lynn, I don't know about you, but I don't have any. So what did you say? I can just say like because our heat is a bit different. Yeah, hot Atlanta. I know. That's why Lynn. That's why I enjoy the cold weather and I enjoy the coolness, but not freezing, not below freezing, but because it's so hot all the time. It's just I'm not a hot weather person. A lot of people love it. My daughter loves it. She loves it hot. And that's good. That's good. But a lot of people do. But I just suffer in that. Mm, you the same way? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just really oppressive to me because I like to be outside, but when it's so well, when I grew up, when I was little in the '60s and '70s. Well, I was a teenager in the '70s, but um, me too, resilient queen. And when I was little, we didn't have air conditioning. We opened the windows, we had those fans in the window that sucked the hot air out, and then we had fans on us. We didn't really think about it. Church, there was none, the windows were open. School, no, there was no air conditioning anywhere. But once we got it and got used to it, I've got to have it now. I just, but if I have something to do outside, after I'm out there for a little bit, I kind of get used to it. I kind of get used to being out there and I can kind of deal with it a little better. You like the cool weather too, Queen? Yeah. Things have really changed. Yes. Yes, they have in so many ways. And some good, some bad. Um, Hopefully we'll keep going in the good, hopefully go in the good direction. soon. Hoping for that. I don't know. Oh my goodness, y'all. There's my neighbors suddenly decided to drill and hammer. I'm gonna go close the window. I'll be right back. Don't go away, please. Oh, that helps. That helps. You guys still there? I hope you're still here. Oh, I had to close the window. This man next door, he's always out there. He's a senior too. He might be about my age. He's always outside working on something, hammering, drilling, sawing. He might just like to get outside and get away from it all, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's always working on something. I'm glad you're still here, Lynn. How are you doing today, Lynn? You feeling good? I hope so. Did you have snow, Trishana? Oh, wow. I'm glad it's not too much. Yeah, you're right, Queen. You can't let your kids go out without supervision. You just can't do it. I would never do it. Thank you, Trishana. I'm so glad you came. My lives are not as lively as yours, though. I guess maybe I need you to go live with you and work one up. That might be fun. Yes, Lynn. Yes, thank the Lord. I pray for you. You're on my prayer list. Everybody here is on my prayer list. My subscriber book here, or this is my sort of all everything book, and it's my YouTube book, it's my journal, it's my prayer list. I have everybody on the prayer list that's in here. So when I, have my time, prayer time, I, include everybody. The good old days is really better. Well, yeah, they say that. There's some good things about it. There's some, things that I like better. I feel like if I had had the technology that we have now, I could have gone further. I could have learned more. It's so easy to find something now. We had to go to the library and research like that, which really was fun to me. I love the library. And but now, you can just pick up your phone and make a few clicks and know what you want to know. But you have to make sure that is correct information. Somebody was talking last night on a live about, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about how you have to double check Chat GPT and some of the artificial intelligence stuff, make sure it's correct. We can't just go along with it and say, oh, okay, that is the truth. We need to do some further research sometimes. We're going to go live soon. Okay, yeah, that sounds like fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm not as outgoing, but maybe you can be the leader. You can be the leader of the live, and I'll just hang out and follow along. Yeah, something is better now. Analog, digital, AI. Yeah, creators corner, and I'm still trying to learn about some of that stuff to hopefully be able to use it. Of course, I guess we're all using artificial intelligence all the time when we use our phones, when we say, hey, we call on Alexa, or I don't want to say SIRI because she'll open up. But anyway, when we use our phones and everything, we're already using it, and we've been using it. It's like things get sort of pushed on us without us even knowing it sometimes, and that kind of scares me. I don't like that. But I'm glad we have the ability to learn more easily. I feel like if I had had this technology back then, I would maybe have done better in school. I would have gone further. I would have gone to college and not had to wait till I was old to go to college. But it's okay. Better late than never. That's what they say. So, yeah. I was going to make a point about that and I forgot what. Hello, Paul and Peg. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. I'm here for you too. I don't know. I got to check you out. I got to make you a moderator too so you can check everybody. Okay. Um, yeah, check out Paul and Peg. I'm writing this down now. Paul and Peg. So, Mama Bowman, not Mama Bowman, I'm sorry, Sister Cher was asking me one day a while back, and also lately, Anisha LTV was asking me, what is my family name or my group name? You guys make up, names for your group or whatever, and or your crew or whatever you call it. And I never had thought about it that much. And they just kept asking me, and Anisha was saying, oh, you need to do it. You need to think of something. So I decided I'll be the Mama G group or the Mama G crew. I like the word family. So I think I want to be the Mama G family. Mama G family. What do you guys think about that? You think that's a good idea? Or should I do something else? I'm open to suggestions. Because I love being called mama or auntie. I love that. Hey, Candle Move Forward TV, thank you for coming. Hi. You like it, Mama Bowman? Yeah, I like it. I love being mama because everybody calls me mama. My kids do. Well, my kids call me mom, and other in-law kids call me mama. People in the street call me mama. I'm checking out at the grocery store. You okay? Thank you, mama. And so I love that. I'm not offended by that at all. I'm not offended by auntie because to me it's a form of respect and love, and so I welcome it. I welcome anything you want to call me, actually, as long as it's not something, mean. Even if you call me something mean, I'll just brush it off. But as long as you call me, just call me. Like they used to say, just don't call me late to supper. Yes, yes, I cherish church network. It's an honor. I look at it that way too. I don't feel like it, and I also feel like there's not anything wrong with being old. That's just one of those terms that everybody, if I say I'm old, people say, oh, you're not old. Well, I want to be old. I feel like it's a privilege to get old because not everybody does. So I'm embracing my old age. And I'm not that old yet. I understand that. But to me, I am because when I was young, I was so energetic and I did so much stuff. And when I one day looked in the mirror, it started around age 60. I started, I said, oh, wow, I look different. And I didn't notice it as much in the mirror as I did. And I don't know, yes, it is, Lynn. And I didn't notice it that much until I saw photographs of myself or a video of myself. Like, wow, I have really changed. I've morphed into something else. I don't look like I used to look. And then I was depressed about it. I felt bad about it. I'm like, ooh, my got the jowls, and I can do the. I got the jowl. I'm like, wow, how did that happen? Well, I got old. And now I'm in the process of loving this new person, embracing this new person, and just being appreciative that I have gotten here and that I'm still alive because I've done some things that could have erased me. So, hey, Abby, I gotta write you down. Abby, Mom, you are so special. I love you. I'm 11 year. Oh, hi, baby. You love Jesus? We all do too here, honey. Thank you for coming by, Abby. We have a 11-year-old in the room, guys. So let's be respectful and make sure your mom knows you're on your phone on YouTube, okay? Really make sure she knows. And hey, Amy, how are you doing, Amy? I'm making you a moderator. Um, Thank you for coming, Amy. I got to get back over to you too. I started watching you, and then I try to watch a few of everybody, and then move around. And all you guys know how it's kind of tough to keep up, and we have to have a strategy, I think, for keeping up. I started doing the thing where if when somebody watched me, or I was in the middle of me trying to watch, if somebody was watching me and left a comment, I would go right to their channel and check them out and see if I had seen their latest video and look at that. And then I got to missing some people. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen so and so in a while. And so I know I got to go look that one up. Just like the glam life with Stacy. I love, I love watching her because I tell her, you know what I got going on here. I always tell her I live vicariously through her because I'm not glamorous. I have never been a glammy. I have never, but I like it. I like to see other people do it. So I always go over there and watch her when I want to really get the glam on. But I gotta go check her out because I haven't seen her in a while. The Glam Life with Stacy. She's awesome. Um, wow, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the board. I started out with a topic, but I think we covered our topic pretty good. Um, so, Amy, what you been up to? Oh, thank you. Right, you stay busy. Just keeping up. Yeah, you're right, Amy. It just to keep up with everybody, and then you don't always. I'm always worried I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings or leave somebody out, and that's why I don't do shout outs. I know, and I'm not that technically able. Like everybody puts all this cool stuff up when they do shout outs, the pages, and I don't know how to do that. So I feel like everybody thinks I'm a snob and don't want to do a shout out, but I'm going to figure it out. God bless you, Nancy. God bless everybody. I was just outside cleaning the ice off my car. Bless your heart. Are you having to drive around, Jamal? Are you going to do DoorDash today? Please be careful if you're driving. Since you brought up age, is something we question about monetization or retirement, Social Security. Would it kick us off the? I don't think so, Paul and Peg. I mean, I don't. I mean, you're not going to make enough probably you can make quite a bit now. I think it's been raised a little bit. I don't know what the cutoff is, but no matter what you talking about, would YouTube not like it? I don't know. That's a topic. I'm gonna write that down. That's something to research. YouTube and Social Security. Yeah, hey, that's good. If you find out something about that, go on one of my shorts or videos or something and update me. I'd love to hear. Or no, wait a minute. You can email me. Anybody can email me anytime. My email is in my channel description. So if you find out something, shoot me an email. I would love to know about that too. I hadn't even thought about that. Um, I cherish church. As I age, I'm embracing my soft side. I presented a tough exterior as a defensive mechanism. Now I wear pink and softer colors. Just let go and bless your heart. You're so sweet. I love you so much. That's why I call you sister because I feel like you're my sister. I can relate to you heavy on so many things. And I don't know what your life was like, but I had, like most people, we all go through challenges. We all have bad things happen. We have good things happen. Sometimes, I have had some really bad things happen. And, a marriage that was tough for 20 years and abusive. And when I was younger, had a really bad experience. I can't say the word on YouTube, but it starts with an R. And it was a violent situation. And I feel like I'm still living with that trauma. And your body holds trauma. Your head, your mind holds trauma. And your body literally physically holds trauma. So that is another thing I'm working on right now. I wanted to do a video on trauma and the way it affects you and, how it affects your life and everything. But I'm still thinking about that because I want to be able to put up information for people if they do need professional help or like a hotline or something like that. But I just feel like it's kind of tricky. I don't want to trigger anybody or anything like that. It's just like a part-time job as long as you don't exceed. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Trishana. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, you can make a good bit of money. I don't make that much on my part-time job because I only work a few hours. I work almost every night, but I don't work that long, and I don't make that much. I need to make more. I mean, I think I'm still able to make more and not be penalized for that. So, yeah. Thank you for looking up that, Trishana. We appreciate it. Trauma and church hurt. Yeah, I have severe church hurt too. I have been hurt in churches, and that's why I don't go. I tried a lot of different churches, and I didn't fit in there. I didn't. I got my family was hurt real bad in one church. It was actually an abuse situation, and I I'm still working on the forgiveness part too. I really am. It was a situation that I just can't get over. And there's just several traumatic things like that that are just still with me. I still feel like I'm dealing with. But and when I make videos, most of my videos, I'm making them for myself. I'm doing my research. It's an ongoing process, Amy. You're right. Those were not your fault. Thank you, honey. And yeah, I know you're right. That forgiving yourself is usually the hardest person to forgive. You're right. Because I feel like I didn't protect my children the way I should have. And so I have that guilt that something happened right under my nose that I could have prevented. But you're right. You have to forgive yourself and move on. Safe now and so thank you, honey. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that because I'm living with this trauma and holding on to it for a while. And I'm working on it. Now, like I was saying, I make my videos for myself. I write, I research and write and journal, and then I think maybe somebody else would benefit from that too. Stephen Black Stallion, you're in the house. I'm making you a moderator, okay? And thank you for coming, Stephen. How are you guys doing? It's nice to see you here. You have a song to sing. The song goes like this. I love my YouTube family. Everybody's awesome. I appreciate everybody. We are a family. Oh, are you gonna post that today, Jamal? I'm gonna go look you up. Excuse me. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, thank you, Amy. Yeah, I haven't always. I mean, it took me a long time to get to a old age, well, my age, to be able to let go of some stuff, to turn back that anger, to kind of buffer that anger a little bit and try to come up with some ways to deal with it. I've got a video coming out. It's probably going to come out tomorrow about emotions and what we use them for and what they do for and against us. So look for that. I'll be talking about that. Yeah, I'm just processing trauma and grief. And the thing that happened with my mom, I was in charge of her care for the last 3 years of her life. I was in charge of her care. And on a Sunday afternoon, I took her outside to sit on the porch. I had her drink there, her water, and I had her watching a little video of the grandbabies. And I just went to sit under a tree. And she went back in the house. And when she went up the stairs, she got her an ice cream cone out. She liked those Nutty Buddy cones. And she started to go up the stairs, and she fell down her stairs. And she broke her neck under my care. I'm outside under a tree. And she lived 3 days after that. I had to decide what to do with her. I had her taken over to a hospice. I feel like it was euthanasia because I could have taken her home, but she would have been in pain they said she wouldn't live long. I said, just please, make her comfortable. Anyway, so thank you. I'm sorry, guys. But yes, forgiveness of yourself is the hardest thing, I think. It's really like, if you can forgive yourself, you can forgive anybody after that. Thank you, Mama. I didn't mean to do that, but just to let you guys know, yeah, I'm in the process of forgiving myself, and it can be done. And then if I can forgive myself, I can forgive, people who I feel have hurt me, or churches that have hurt me, or whatever. Um, Thank you, Paul and Peg. I know that's what everybody said, but I should have been there. I was selfish that day. I'm like, I just got to get out of this house. And because I took care of her, and I'm not a caregiver. I'm not talented in that way, but I had to learn. I had to do things I had never done before, and that I didn't know how to do, and I didn't have any help with it because my daughter would help me when she could, and but I lived with mom, so my daughter's in school and everything, and so I was kind of worn out too, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna. It was a nice day. I just thought in April, and I thought I'm gonna sit under the tree, and thank you, guys. But then, now I have that guilt of I should have been in there. I should have followed her right back in the house. She usually just went in and sat on the couch. She decided to go up the stairs. She was always running around the house. She was almost 91, but she never stopped. And that was another thing because she fell a lot. But she, like, Mom, you cannot be running around all the time. You can't be going up and down these steps. You can't, and but she wouldn't listen to me. And you're right, I couldn't be there every second. But anyway, she believed in Jesus. She was very, very faithful. She was a faithful, faithful person. And I know where she is. And she was saying she was ready to go anyway. But I didn't want her to have to go like that. But that's the way it went. I want to encourage you, never ever beat yourself up. Please don't. I want to encourage you. Thank you, Jamal, from the bottom of my heart. I love you, Jamal. You mean a lot to me. Thank you, Trishana. Thank you, everybody. Amy, everybody living after 50. Most family do take care of family with no help. And, there were other, I have siblings, but they were boys. And, boys don't really know how to do those caregiving things as well, I don't think. You've made an impact on my life too, Jamal. And we do appreciate you. Mom was home and not in yeah, living after 50. Yes, she was such an independent woman. She was a church secretary all of her life. She worked until she was 80. And I couldn't do anything with her. She was just so determined and active, and even after she started having those mini strokes and getting a little bit not as with it and everything, and she would get mad at me. She was always so sweet in life, and then she would, like, I just talk about my mom passed on my okay, Amy, okay. Oh, I gotta look for that, Amy, let me make a note. Amy's live, okay. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. Many strokes, and then I couldn't make it. She would get upset with me, And so that's another thing I have to kind of think about and deal with is were we arguing sometimes, you know, and upset with each other sometimes. So that was kind of another thing that I have to deal with, is thinking about that. But I talk to her now. I don't know if how that works, if they can hear you, and I think, well, she's right there with the source, with Jesus himself. So, you know, I'm sure she's not thinking about me. She's thinking about heaven, and so that's a good thing. That gives me peace. Anyway, so what's everybody having for lunch today? I got to think about something to have too. I haven't eaten since 4 p.m. yesterday. I just suddenly thought about it. Wow, my tummy's grumbling. I got to think of something good though. I got some apples. I could have an apple. Headed for allergy shots. Oh, bless you. Okay. I hope they work good for you living after 50. Thank you for coming. Love you too. Be safe out there. Oh, okay. Thank you, living after 50. I know. I think she hears me too. She leaves me little pennies everywhere. I know she's thinking about me when I see a penny on the sidewalk or on the stair. I'm sorry I cried, you guys. What is that? That's another thing. That's another emotion that will hit you, blindside you out of nowhere, is grief. It will just all of a sudden sneak up on you and cold cock you. But thank you guys for your support and encouragement. Hey, Joe. You at work? Okay. Just wanted to stop in for a minute and say, oh, good. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. And Amy says, but we love you and I wish you knew you back then. But I will say it now. Your care for her is so apparent. She is watching over you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. I feel that way too. I feel her presence. I got some good little stories about that I might share sometime. Now one night I was at work and I went out to the dumpster to I clean a building, so I went out to take all the garbage out, and it was a nighttime, so the moon was out, and she had made this little ornament at Christmas. I did a short on it at Christmas, but she made an ornament and drew a self-portrait of her, painted her self-portrait on the ornament. And when I looked up at that moon, the way the clouds were and the light of the moon and everything, her face was in that little face that she drew on that ornament was in that moon. Oh my goodness. I made a picture of it and enlarged it, and I put it on my 360. You know that app that you can track each other, and I have that on my daughter and my Life 360 app. So it's like her watching over us everywhere we go. That's my favorite thing. Living my best life at 60. Hey, how are you doing? I've got to get over to see more of you. I just started kind of, I'm going to make a note. And come over there. I Cherish, I never made you a moderator. I got to come over there and check you out. Living my best life at 60. I'm living my best life past 60. Yes. Living my best. I'm subscribed to you, I'm pretty sure. I haven't started watching good yet, but I'm on the way. Well, bless you, Jamal. Church, everyone chat. Bless you too, Joe Remington. We love you, Joe. So, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to get off in a minute. I'm gonna go try to make some lunch out of something I got here. I gotta try to find something. It takes a long time to cook those dried beans though. I try to do the quick soak method where you put your beans in the pot with water and you bring them to a boil, and then you set them off the heat and let them soak for an hour. Then you pour off the soap water. That works pretty good. That's usually what I end up doing all the time because I don't think to soak them at night, and or I haven't thought that that's what I wanted to have. So I usually go ahead and do the quick soak method, and that works really good. And it's pretty quick. It didn't take too long. I don't know if I can eat them without cornbread or not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know what to have anyway. I've got to do my fitness list today. I've got to go get my exercise. That's number one thing I got to knock off the list, and I'll probably just go for a walk again. It's not really easier than a treadmill, but there's just something torturous about the treadmill for me. It's in the garage, old stank garage, and I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what I do. I also do yoga, so I might do some yoga. I might just like take a yoga break today. But yoga can be difficult too. That's not exactly easy. You'll be out of breath after if you do all of your yoga poses. Yeah. Good, you guys are interacting, subscribing. That's wonderful. I love that. Fantastic. Everybody's a moderator, so everybody can just go right over and look and check out each other. That's one reason I like to have moderators. I haven't had any trolls today. Wow. It's almost boring to not have a troll. They say some funny stuff. No, I don't want trolls. I think it might be kids when you have trolls like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kids playing or probably not. Probably grown folks acting a fool, thinking that's okay. I don't know. Well, you guys, I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I respect your time. I know you have things to do today. I want to thank you all for joining me, and look for my new video. And also, this Saturday night at 7 p.m., I'm interviewing my daughter on the Gen Z / millennial perspective on today. So I hope you will join me for that. I think it's going to be fun. I finally talked her into being on camera with me. She's very shy. So I hope you will join me for that. It's this Saturday evening at 7 p.m., the Gen Z millennial perspective. So thank you everybody for joining. I'll see you next time.